Okay, so we're back again here with the Power Circuit races in Midnight Club 2. This is picking up a couple days after the LA races that I recorded, but I'm going to be just jumping in here just in the Balachi because, well, Balachi, I didn't really use it as much as I intended to in the previous video. I actually meant to use it for the entire video, but I got distracted after changing from the Lusso. I used Lusso for one race, then I ended up just using the Saiku for the for the rest of the race, or for the rest of the races, because I just kind of forgot himself and just kept going. Interestingly easy to actually roll this tank, or no, Jesus, water tanks coming into my head now. Interestingly easy to roll this car over. Actually, I'm actually kind of surprised by that there, because like it just kind of twitches, it grips, and then it just falls over. But damn. The race here is a bit tricky, isn't it? Oh, damn it. It goes up and down those like those jumpy areas, and those jumpy areas are a real pain. How many laps is it? Okay, it's 4 laps, right. I was gonna say, like, this doesn't seem like a particularly long race, but it seems like an annoying race. But let's try and do this as quickly as possible now, so we don't like hopefully like, just smash into everything in the world like I did last lap. I want to start like just letting off the throttle rather than using the brake, because the brake seems to actually unsettle the car more than it helps. Yeah, see, like I used the handbrake that time rather than using the normal brake, and it actually helped out a lot more. It's weird, in this game the normal brake seems to unsettle the car and make it like lose control, whereas the handbrake seems to be a better normal brake. It's really odd. See, that was about 10 seconds faster that lap. The thing is, like, I'm also forgetting to use nitrous, but on this particular race here, I really don't feel like nitrous is necessary. I mean, it's a really short race. I'll probably use it on the final lap just because why the hell not, but for the most part, I just don't really feel like nitrous is really necessary on this here. If I was just going straight down there, hell yeah, I'd use nitrous, but because I'm having to like change direction so quickly when it comes to areas like that, I'm just being a bit cautious and refusing just to like, essentially like send it and then potentially miss a corner. But yeah, like even though this car here is a Tokyo vehicle, I've still like destroyed half of its health pool, just slamming into everything in the world. That's the other thing with using nitrous in situations like that there. If you're using nitrous just as you hit a jump, it doesn't really have that much of an impact on your speed because you're not on the ground. Yeah, it makes sense, like, but I have seen games before where like nitrous for some reason in the air helps you build up more speed. I can't remember what game that was, but I do remember there was a game I used to play when I was younger where like using nitrous in the air somehow made you go faster than if you used it on the ground. It was really weird. But that's the first race done. That's the first out of 6. It actually seemed like a relatively long race, like 3 minutes. Yeah, I guess that's not particularly long. So, on to the second race here. Let's see what this race will end up being. Wow, that seems like a lot longer of a race. Oh wow, it's 3 laps as well. I've expected that to be 2 laps, because it actually looks like a pretty significant race lengthwise. Okay, that was a weird bounce. My car just popped into the air for no apparent reason. And yeah, just going from the map there, I could tell I wouldn't really need... I really hate this area of the map. I keep doing that every single time I drive through this area. I forget to turn. I should just instinctually just know to always go through those pillars, but it's so easy to forget. Because you just kind of want to just go in a straight line and just go as quick as possible, but it's so easy to forget. It's so easy. Right, so let's try and use this thing's phenomenal speed here and just try and get ahead of these guys again, just because, well, my balls up there did not help me out. Let's see, and yeah, it looks like probably the fastest way to go here is just to head straight over the top, slam back down there. Damn, this is actually going to be a decently long race, but at least now I know roughly where I'm going for the next lap. I know that like clicking noise whenever you're going over the cobble is actually really distracting. I was like, what the hell is that noise? But yeah, this is like the sound of the cobble for some reason. This is like a clicking noise. You can hear it there, like. So let's try and be a bit faster and see if I can get a lap here under a minute and 10 seconds if I can. It's gonna be hard to do if I keep doing shit like that. It's also awkward whenever you hit walls like that there and the car starts to flip over. And I was going way too quick. The car is really quick and really good handling, but it's not that good. I mean, holy crap. Pushing my luck just a wee bit too far there. And then it's just straight on through here. Okay, what? Somehow I managed to glitch in. That was weird. Not sure how I managed that, but somehow I managed to glitch through a pole. Let's just go with it and not mention it. It's an old game, so I guess it can't make sense. Like, we got there, we can't through. Well, nobody's gonna patch it, like, because this is like a. I think I remember saying this game came out in like 2003. It's like a 16-year-old game. Who the hell's gonna patch this? But one thing I do remember though is I do remember falling through the map a couple of times in this game whenever I was a kid, playing it on PlayStation 2. So the fact that I haven't seen that happen at all is a pretty nice sign. Like, I haven't ever fallen through the map in this playthrough on the PC, which is nice. But I specifically remember it happening a couple of times, like on the PS2. Jeez, it's just, what is with that area? For some reason it just makes the car hop into the air. It's really weird. I tried to use my handbrake, or not handbrake, my weight transfer to actually stop what just happened there from happening, but it just didn't work whatsoever. It's annoying. And it's just, whoops. Just trying to be crafty there, but not working either. So really stop just trying to like screw around here and actually just race. Because if I'm actually racing here, hopefully I'll actually really get done. My temptation, I'm so tempted just to head a straight line down that road, but it's not where I'm supposed to go when I keep doing it. Let's push over this here this time and see how far we can go. Yeah, this thing's easily able to make on top of the buildings. And then down here. Yeah. I remember there's a bunch of places you can get to in this game, which I'm not sure if you're supposed to be able to get to, but that one seems like it was designed. Yeah, weird you don't use that jump in more races, actually, thinking about it. I think one of the guys got stuck on one of the walls, because they're just kind of sitting up there for some reason. Yeah, there he is there. He's smashed into the wall and getting stuck. Right, so that was definitely a longer race. That was nearly a 5-minute race. Damn, I'm actually really surprised that was actually a 3-lap race rather than a 2-lap race. But this is the 3rd race now. Against the blog car. Or the boost. And jeez, I'm just going basically just purely off the arrow here, just trying to like figure out where I have to go. This looks like it'll probably be one of those races that's kinda short but also kinda not at the same time. Like, it's pretty short distance from start to finish, like in terms of like area that it covers, but it's gonna go in and out a lot if I had to guess. Jesus Christ, there's no way I'm gonna remember this track. Holy crap. So, okay, Jesus, really? This is like the twistiest track I've ever. Holy crap, this it's like a spider. Okay, you cannot use the speed of this car on this track. Like, what the hell? I might switch to the night just to be able to complete this a bit more consistently. Balls. Okay, yeah, I'm going to switch to a car which has got slightly less straight line speed. I'm going to go with that because, well, that didn't go very well at all, as you just saw. So let's see, so this is more of a handling car, so this should be able to handle this pretty well, and I also kinda sorta know where I'm going now. No way in hell will I remember this track off by heart though, because that's just not gonna happen. That's just not something that I would ever do, like, because this track is pretty much like a spider web of corners, and there's no way in hell anybody could possibly remember this track. It's just too convoluted. I'm just trying to just basically go off where the arrow is pointing. I'm assuming, yep, this way here. Damn it. So many areas you can get caught on as well in these like big tight streets. This feels like such a change of pace after the last couple of races, which some pretty serious like straight line speed zones. This one here has like none. Well, I guess you could say this here is kind of a straight line zone, but I'm not sure if I would really count this here because it's only really like the start-finish straight. Looks like that's actually kind of like this. Oh, never mind. I actually have to go back up and turn around. Huh. And the eyes are being assholes again. And jeez, did not realize that was even like the first lap that was done. Okay, I really do not like this track. Hopefully the night will carry me through this. Because I'm going to need carry through this here because, yeah, this is a really, really frustrating track. Holy crap. I'm also terrified to use nitrous a lot of the time when I'm going down towards those, like, low-level checkpoints, because if I use nitrous the wrong point, then I'm going into the water and I'm going to have to restart the entire race again. At least I'm gradually catching up on this guy, but not exactly quickly. I don't see any other way to get down there. It's pretty much just go down this way, and that's the only real way. I do have 3 nitruses in this car though, which does allow me to have a bit of an advantage over the AIs, I guess. Whereas they only have like 2 nitruses in comparison to my 3. Not giving the AIs a chance to screw me over again. I was tempted to use nitrous there, but it didn't really feel worth it, considering I know how tight these corners are. So now we need to go down through here, and yeah, I'm just trying to remember the track now, just trying to remember roughly where I have to go, so I don't have to do this again. Jeez, seeing those like flying through the air, that was a really bizarre sight. Let's see. And I think it's the first left here. That's right. The AIs catch up so much in this area. Like they're really sitting right on my bumper. And while I'm actually trying to go pretty reasonably quick here, like, I'm actually pretty surprised by how quick the AIs are on this track. Like if I was in a Paris level car here, I think I'd be really struggling to keep up with these guys because it's such a tight, twisty track. And yeah, I just don't have to worry about like remembering the track and remembering where to go because they just programmed to know where to go. And you're probably just saying like, well, no shit, they're artificial intelligence like AI drivers. Of course, they don't need to worry about this sort of stuff, but yeah. You can get what I'm going for there. That's just that was a really tedious track. And we'll quickly switch back to the Veloci, or we'll go to the Saiku. I guess let's continue with the Veloci and just change the color of it. Let's see, what color can you go with? Let's go with white. I've actually not seen it in white before. Never really bothered to change the color on this car before because I was at the orange let go. Because I assumed that was orange, it could have been red. They may have just been some like weird, well, it could have been gold or red. Like I've seen games that claim colors are red and claim colors are yellow whenever they're definitely orange. This is a pretty twisty track as well, and it's in the rain, which is actually really annoying for this car because it actually slides quite a lot in the rain. But so far. Come on, guys, stop doing that. You keep just like stopping in front of me and getting in my way all the time. Like, it's really annoying. I'm just gonna head down this way because I don't really want to get in the road of the eyes. Oh right, I could have taken that jump. Didn't even think of it. Didn't even cross my mind to try and take that jump. I'll take that jump next time around, just so I can get clear of the traffic. Yeah, let's just try and like get ahead of these guys a bit because they're going to be really annoying. Okay, so we're heading down up here again. And Jesus, like the complexity of these races really jumps up a lot. I think this might be the first checkpoint. Yeah, it is there. Okay, so that was one lap. So I think I have a decent idea of where the race goes now. So let's try and... God damn it. Let's try and be pretty quick now. Try and like win this here and try and not be held up by the eyes if I can possibly help it. As you can see though, the eyes are not relenting. Although they keep rolling over in that area, which is kind of funny. One thing that's nice about this thing though is that top speed wise, those cars there have no chance in hell. Like their top speed is like 150 or something. It's really, really low. Ah, balls. Not judged that correctly. But well, actually kind of helps me a little bit because otherwise I think I may have cleared this jump and ended up in the water. Meanwhile, losing a bit of speed there, just made sure I didn't overshoot it. I just find myself letting out the power continuously in this race just because if I keep the power down I feel like the car's gonna probably like spin out or something. See what I mean? Like the car just twitched and it just went. Also interesting that the positions keep changing in the top left. I'm just noticing, like it keeps changing its mind on like who's in first place, and it just keeps. It's weird. I don't know what the hell is happening with that. Like, is it counting like who's the closest to the checkpoint or something? Not sure. So let's hopefully like nail this jump again. And through this pretty quickly. So just try and keep around 140. This is the source speed I was going last time because I don't want to go too much faster than that. Because if I go too much faster than that, which is very easy in a Tokyo level vehicle, then well, missing that second jump would just be a death sentence. Not much left this race left, is there? So I think this is race 4. This is another like 5-minute race. Jesus, I feel like it's going to be a pretty long part. I wonder how long the Tokyo races are going to be. I feel like the Tokyo races are going to take forever. And I think there's 7 Tokyo races as well. So, that should be interesting to see. So this is race 5, I believe. I actually have no idea what sort of car this is going to be against. Oh, it's against the Volkswagens. Can't remember its name, it's completely slipped my mind. This is a Volkswagen Golf Mark IV. And geez, they really like the reigning powers, don't they? So, I think, yep. Just based off of what a checkpoint was, I was just like, I feel like this is going to go underground, because I think there's an underground passageway there, and yeah, it did. So, let's try and nail this here, because like driving through the tunnels is always kind of awkward, very easy to mess up if you're not paying attention. Don't forget that's not breakable either. It's so weird because the catacombs are like attached to these like modern looking areas. I have no idea why. There's no way that's real. Like, why would you have catacombs, like places where like bodies and stuff were stored? I think I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think I remember hearing like bodies and stuff were stored in the catacombs. Why would you have like modern, like, I guess, like underground equipment and stuff like stored next to that sort of thing? I have no idea though. Like, knowledge of France is not my specialty, as you can probably imagine. But at least this bit here, it should be relatively easy because it's just pretty much just like hug the wall and just bolt. I think this is where we started, pretty much. Yeah, that's it there. This is the relap race as well. And that took about a minute and a half, first lap. So, yeah, I feel like it's going to be an 5-minute race. I feel like this video is probably going to be over half an hour. Or, it might just be under half, it might be just under half an hour. But I'm almost certain at this point that the Tokyo races are going to be over half an hour. First off, the AIs are going to be in cars as fast as mine. And, well, I imagine the Tokyo races are going to be a lot longer, so it's going to be a lot more brutal if I start doing a race and then lose near the end. But we still have, I think, one more race after this one. And then that should be the cars completed. Yeah, I'm pretty much just like staring at the screen, just trying to remember where exactly I have to go. I'm just like going off like pretty much what I got here. It's funny to think of just how reliant like I've become on like racing lines and stuff like that there, because racing lines are basically like your guide around the map at this point. Like if you have a racing line turned on and you have a waypoint set, the racing line is pretty much like your it's like the modern equivalent of the arrow you can see on the left hand side next to my car. Like that blue arrow that's continuously pointing towards the nearest checkpoint. The racing line is pretty much the modern version of that. I will admit the racing line is a lot more efficient at actually telling you where to go than the arrow. The arrow just kind of just says, oh yeah, go that way. I'm just like, well, no shit. That's actually something I actually always find kind of funny about this game. The arrow was just like, oh yeah, go that direction. I'm just like, well, where else would I go? It doesn't really do much. It just kind of just gives you like a general like, oh yeah, the checkpoint's over there. I guess it kind of makes sense in some situations. Like there are some areas where the next checkpoint's not directly visible, so it does kind of help out with where you need to go, I guess. It also kind of surprises me that they didn't have traffic in these races, because I 100% expected them to have traffic in these races just to make them more irritating. But I think we're coming to near the end of this race. And this race here is going to be nearly a 5-minute race as well. I am probably going to take the Paris Cap car for a swim, for a spin just to see what it's like. I think it has the same engine note as the Torque JX. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. That was a mistake. But I think it has the same engine note as the Torque JX, but I'm actually not sure how quick that vehicle actually is. I have no clue whatsoever. I don't really remember driving it, but I almost made it through that entire race without blowing up my car. But of course, on the last lap, I managed to blow it up. Of course, I did. So this is going to be the last here now. And yeah, it's against the Parfait car. And this is a 3-lap race as well. God damn. And this actually looks like a lot longer of a race than the previous races. And I think I'm going to find that part of the race really annoying. Because those doors and stuff, if they're not closed right, then they can really screw you over. Happened to me a few times in some of the races I was doing. in the career mode. If you hit those doors and you like hit the edge of the door, it'll stop you dead. And you can lose races because of that pretty easily. Okay, so I'm just kind of following the eyes here, trying to work out where to go based off of them. That guy there, whoever that was, just got like sent way off on his own. Damn it. This race here seems to have a decent amount of like covering the same area. And that's one of the jumps I think you use in... Yeah, okay, well, I was right there. I think you use that jump in one of the final races as well. I was going to keep the throttle down there, but I decided not to because I realized that would be a really dumb idea. I just ended up missing that turn completely. I also get the impression I'm going to end up blowing my car up over the course of this race because of just how awkward this race can be. Also, I'm just bouncing the car off walls every opportunity pretty much just to keep the car going in a straight line. This car's reaction speed is pretty quick as well, like it's pretty incredible to think like how quick this car can actually like react to the just tap the handbrake. And this car's a lot nicer to drive whenever it's not raining. Rain and stuff is just really annoying in this car because it just pretty much wheel spins continuously and very annoying. And yep, almost went straight across that bridge, but of course it makes you go down here, then you go across the bridge. No idea why, but the game just I guess decided like, yeah, this is like an awkward route, go this way. It is nice to be driving Tokyo cars, because Tokyo cars just do not need to use nitrous over those sorts of ramps. It's just not necessary at all for them. We should be going up to the final lap here soon. Yeah, 100% I'm going to end up blowing up this car before the end of this race. But I've absolutely destroyed it here. Let's try and be as clean as possible in this last lap to avoid that happening. Oh god damn it, it's so easy to do that there and just miss a checkpoint by an inch and then it just completely screws you. I wonder why this guy here is so much further ahead than the other ones. Well, he's so much further ahead of the other ones. It's kind of like Forza, where like there's one Forza like driver car, I think they're called. That's always like a mile ahead of all the others for no apparent reason. Just for some reason they're just like 30% faster than the other drivers. That was a mistake. That was really dumb. That was very dumb. Let's try and catch up here. I don't want to have to do this again. On 5 nitruses, coming handy. Ah shit. That was way too high of a jump. Did the guy get caught on the... I think the guy got caught on the door. Okay, that was really lucky because I just completely just stopped paying attention to where I was going there. In the middle of that lap and just ended up wasting a bunch of time. Jesus, that was actually really lucky. And yeah, that was the last race. Jesus. That was way closer than I would personally liked. But let's try out the parts cap here just to see what that car is actually like. Because I remember this thing here having like, jeez, look at this thing, it's like a wee citroen or something. Yep, 100% as well. That is the noise of the torque jacks, and holy crap, this thing's handling. What the hell? This thing has ridiculously quick handling. I'm really curious to see what this thing's top speed is as well. I'm not sure if 5th is its top gear or not, but I'm very curious to find out. Imagine there was a normal car, like in Paris, that was as quick as this. I mean, it's doing like 196, like it's nothing. I feel like it should have another gear. I mean, it can do up to 249 whenever you hit the nitro. But it seems like the top speed's probably like 200 and something. That's really bizarre. Holy crap, this car is insanely quick. And the handling is not bad either. I mean, look how snappy it is. It's so quick. Jesus. I'm actually half tempted to try using this thing in Tokyo. Like, the LA cap, I was just like, not even going to attempt to use it in Paris because, well, the LA cap was a pretty decent car. It kind of surprised me, but yeah, for Paris streets, no way in hell that would have worked. This thing here, I actually feel like could potentially work in Tokyo. So I'm actually pretty curious to try this thing, just out of curiosity. But yeah, I'm going to end this video off here. Let me know what you guys think of this one in the comment section below. And next episode we're going to do Tokyo, and then I think I'll do one more after that there, and then well, I said episode. The next part we'll do Tokyo, and then after Tokyo we'll probably just do some cheat codes and stuff, just to show you like what the cheat codes are actually like. Because I remember you said we yellow and black book, which had all the cheat codes and stuff written down in it. Like it was like one of those cheat books that you got with like a magazine or something like that. It was like a really cool thing. It had all my San Andreas cheat codes. I had the cheat codes for this game. It had like just so much stuff in it. But yeah, it's a long time since that was like lost. It was lost years ago. The book was absolutely just annihilated because I would just like put weights and stuff on it to keep like a certain page open, and then just it just completely messed up the pages. The pages were absolutely just destroyed in that book. But yeah, that was years and years and years ago now. But these days you can just Google the cheat codes and get them. But yeah, probably like 2 more episodes or 2 more parts of this series to go, and then that should be that finished, I think. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this video in the comment section below. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.